China 12-Point Peace Plan. 1. Respecting the sovereignty of all countries. Joint efforts are necessary to uphold basic norms in international relations and ensure fairness and justice. Equal application of international law should be promoted, and double standards must be avoided. 2. Abandoning the Cold War mentality. It is important to pursue security without harming others or relying on military blocs, and to address the legitimate security concerns of all countries. This requires a shared vision of common, comprehensive, cooperative, and sustainable security to achieve long-term peace and stability, and the development of a balanced, effective, and sustainable European security architecture. All parties should work together, oppose the pursuit of self-security at the expense of others, prevent bloc confrontation, and promote peace and stability on the Eurasian continent. 3. Ceasing hostilities. It's essential to avoid conflicts and wars since they benefit no one. Therefore, all parties must remain rational and exercise restraint, prevent the situation from deteriorating, and avoid fanning the flames. To achieve a comprehensive ceasefire, it's crucial to support Russia and Ukraine in working together and resuming direct dialogue as soon as possible. 4. Resuming peace talks. In order to resolve the Ukraine crisis, it is necessary to engage in dialogue and negotiation. All parties should be encouraged and supported in their efforts to find a peaceful solution to the crisis. The international community should promote talks for peace, facilitate the opening of a political settlement, and create conditions and platforms for the resumption of negotiations. China will continue to play a constructive role in this regard. 5. Resolving the humanitarian crisis. It is important to support measures that ease the humanitarian crisis and avoid politicizing the issue. Humanitarian operations should adhere to neutrality and impartiality, and the safety of civilians should be prioritized, including the creation of humanitarian corridors for their evacuation. The international community should increase efforts to provide humanitarian assistance, improve conditions, and ensure rapid and safe access, with the UN playing a leading role in coordinating aid distribution. 6. Protecting civilians and prisoners of war, POWs. It is essential that all parties involved in the conflict adhere to international humanitarian law and protect civilians and their basic rights. China supports the exchange of prisoners of war between Russia and Ukraine and urges all parties to create conditions conducive to this exchange. 7. Keeping nuclear power plants safe. China advocates for compliance with international law, including the Convention on Nuclear Safety, and opposes any armed attacks on peaceful nuclear facilities, as it is crucial to prevent man-made nuclear accidents. Additionally, China supports the International Atomic Energy Agency's (IAEA) efforts in promoting the safety and security of peaceful nuclear facilities. 8. Reducing strategic risks. It is essential to avoid the use of nuclear weapons and prevent nuclear wars from happening. The research, development, and use of chemical and biological weapons should be opposed by all countries in all circumstances. Nuclear proliferation must be prevented to avoid nuclear crises. 9. Facilitating grain exports. The Black Sea Grain Initiative signed by Russia, Turkey, Ukraine, and the UN must be fully implemented in a balanced manner by all parties, with the support of the UN. Additionally, China's proposed cooperation initiative on global food security offers a feasible solution to the global food crisis. 10. Stopping unilateral sanctions. The use of unilateral sanctions and maximum pressure is not an effective way to solve problems. It only leads to new problems. China is against unilateral sanctions that are not authorized by the UN Security Council and urges countries to stop the abuse of such sanctions and long-arm jurisdiction against other countries. These measures hinder the resolution of the Ukraine crisis and impede the economic development of developing countries. 11. Keeping industrial and supply chains stable. The current world economic system should be maintained and not used as a political tool or weapon. Collaboration is necessary to prevent the Ukraine crisis from affecting international cooperation in areas such as energy, finance, and food trade, and to ensure the continuity of the global economic recovery. 12. Promoting post-conflict reconstruction. Post-conflict reconstruction in conflict zones should be supported by the international community, and China is ready to play a constructive role and provide assistance in this regard. Measures must be taken to ensure that the reconstruction efforts are effective and contribute to the long-term stability and development of the affected areas.